or afternoon. Book is next to you. We're gonna roll the shoulders up, back and down a couple times, just loosening them up. Slow little step touch beside your book. Good. We're gonna come to center. We're gonna just roll up on those toes a few times, waking up those ankles and those calves. And then we're gonna prance it out. One heel lifts and the other drops. You can pretend like you're riding a little horsey here. Good. Now we're gonna step up on that book and come up. Step down and down. We're gonna go up, up, down, down. We're gonna pump those arms a little bit. Good. On this one, I want you to stay on top and step over to the other side. Come up and down and down. Then we pick it up, 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 down, down. Pump those arms. Good, one more. Stand on top, step off the back. All right, so back to your first foot, up, up, down, down. Now, if you don't have a very wide book, you can turn it, or you can go up, tap, down, down, up, tap, down, down, and again, we'll pump those arms. And we're going to stay on top and step off with the opposite leg, and then we come up. Beautiful. Stay on top, step off the front. All right, so this is a little challenging. So we're going to be cautious at first. Step behind you, come up, come forward and down. Up, up, down, down. You're stepping behind you. Do your best. See, I almost went off the back here. So I know that it's challenging to not look down, but for that extra balance ability, try not to look down. And don't forget to step off the front rather than the side if you can. So you're really getting that backward lift. We're not as good backwards balancing as we are in the other directions. So good to practice this in a safe environment, which I hope this is. All right, last one. Step off the front again. Find your other foot up on the book, step down and down. So we go up, up, forward and down, up, up, forward and down. So you have to use some, awareness. So you don't go off the side or off the back. Couple more here. All right, now let's go back to the very beginning. We're going to go up, up, down, down. We're going to go up. This leg is going to stay down for a minute. We're going to push off this leg and we're going to pick up our pace. So it's a tap and up, tap and up. I want you to reach as far as you can with that left leg or the back leg, whichever, right? And keep those arms pumping. And this leg should start to feel it. Two more. All right, beautiful. Walk it to the other side, step up and down, put your foot up there, and then here we go, double timing it. How far back can you reach? Thanks for joining us. Beautiful, last two. Last one. Come back to the first side, step up on it, give me a knee lift, a strong one, and down. And that's what we're gonna do double time, knee, and knee, and knee. All right, other side, up, up, down, and then double time it with that knee. Other side. So cardio, you should also be working this leg though. All right, this time, arms, we're gonna do a rowing motion. Back leg is gonna hamstring curl. We're gonna do a few slow ones. All right, now we're gonna pick up that pace and just tap it down. Beautiful, bring it down and around, opposite leg. Bring it up, hamstring curl, hamstring curl. Let's double time it. First side. All right, this time arms and legs are gonna extend. Here we go, and lift. And bring it down, other side. Foot is up on that block. Extensions and double time it. All right, first side. Woo, here comes some fun. Little cardio, a lot on this leg, because we're gonna tap up for 8. We're gonna do the knee lift for 8. We're gonna do that hamstring curl for 8. We're gonna do the extensions 8. We're gonna tap for 4. Knee lift 4. Curl 4. Extend for 4. Tap for 2. Knee 2. Curl 2. Extend 2. One of each, tap, knee, curl, extend. What? We have another side. 8 taps. Knees are 8. Curl for 8. 4 more. Last 2. And extend 8. And now 4 is 4 taps. 4 knees. 4 curls. 4 extensions. 2s, 2 taps, 2 knees, 2 curls, 2 extensions, 1 of each, tap, knee, curl, extend. Woo! I hope you guys feel nice and warmed up. Move that book out of the way for just a moment. Step touch. Let that heart rate come down a little bit. Hopefully those quads already feel a little bit warmed up. If your book is big or, really thick, you may even have gotten some glute work. All right. And now let's just slow that down and eventually come out into that wide position. Hands on our thighs. We're going to round through cat. We're going to inhale through our leprechaun. It's up to me, lucky charms. We're going to round and tuck. Open it up. Top of the morning. Round into your cat. Open into your leprechaun. All right, from there, big deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down. We're going to bring our feet onto that book. So feet are going to be together. Hands are going to walk wide for a set of push-ups with our feet on the book. Should be more challenging. Keep going. And then let's walk it back. Ooh, bend those knees a whole bunch. Put your right hand on the book. Left arm up. Bring it behind you. Bring it down onto the book. Right arm up. Lift behind. Down. Hands on your thighs. Exhale, cat. Inhale, leprechaun. Big deep breath in. All right. We pranced out those ankles. We warmed them up a few minutes ago. We're going to work those calves. You probably want to have something. You can use your chair. I'm going to use this mantelpiece because heck, it's right here. Let's put that left foot up on it. Ball of the foot, toes, and at least half of the arch. So at least half of your foot is on there. Right leg is out in space. We're going to lower the heel, lower than the book, and then bring it even with the book. Lower and even, lower and even. One more time, lower, even. Now we come above the book, even, above, even, above, even. Two more like that. And then we're going to go all the way down with the heel, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. That left calf should be talking. Left ankle should feel this. Bring it down. We're not done. Do the same thing, but I want you to rotate heel in, toes out. So a half of a duck. No, penguin, sorry. And same thing, but this time we're just going to go full range. One more. Whew. All right, here comes the fun one. We're going to turn the toe in and the heel out, duck-footed, pigeon toe, pigeon toe. Ah, what are these? Oh, duck was the last one. Where did the penguin come from? Sorry, guys. Heel drops, and then we lift up. Heel down, lift up. Should feel that a little different. Two more. Good. Put your outside foot down. Take that back leg and let the heel drop off on that angle. Make sure your booty is under you, not sticking out, or you'll be avoiding that stretch. Bend the knee and take it a little deeper. This should feel kind of very nice. And then put the foot in parallel. Just my toes and the ball of the foot are on it now, so that I can get a nice stretch in that calf. Bend the knee to take it a little deeper. And then we'll turn it out duck-footed. Heel is down, toes are on, tailbone under, and then bend that knee. And then we get to do the right leg. So toes and ball of the foot and half of the arch-ish are on the book. Left leg is hanging out in space. We're going to lower the heel below the book, bring it even with the book. Below, even, below, even, below, even. One more, below, even. Now come over the book, even with the book. Over and even, over and even, over, even, full range. All the way down, all the way up. All right, let's turn those toes out and the heel in. So quack, quack, duck. And again, we're going to lift all the way up and all the way down as much as we can. Woo. One more direction, toes in, heel out. Outside leg, here we go. Keep going. All right. Keep that angle. Foot is beside the other one. Drop the heel. Let that heel rest on the ground as much as possible. Toe turned in at this point, and then bend that knee. And then we're going to bring that foot into parallel, heel down. Good. And then we'll bend that knee a little bit. And then we'll go toe out, heel in. So back to that crack, crack. Bend the knee. Shake that out. We're going to do one more stretch. This is a little bit different. Take your right leg, bring it in front of the left, and your toes are going to go under this way, not that, not tucked. Does that make sense? So my toenails are on the ground. Then I'm going to bend my left knee into my right calf. And I'm going to feel a stretch on the front of my right tibialis, my right shin. Yes, no, hopefully so. Thank you. Bring it up. All right. Right foot down, left foot crosses, but again, we're not tucking the toes like that. We're going to tuck them under. So the front of the foot is going to feel this stretch, the front of the ankle. Bend that right knee into the back of the left leg, sit down into it and feel that nice stretch across the front. Woo! We've done a lot already, and we haven't even gotten to, starting basically. Well, we sort of have. All right. Chair for balance now. Now, this doesn't always work out with the book, depending on how slippery your book and your tights are, but we're going to do our best. So grab that book with your right leg. And then it does help if you come into a kind of parallel position, abs in, bring that heel closer to your hip, and then from there, just lift. Left leg is bent, by the way, so that your spine can be nice and long. Keep it going. Almost there. Leave that leg at the top and just squeeze it. So you might not see my heel move at all because, the book isn't exactly flexible, but squeeze in, squeeze. Hamstring curl. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up, standing position. Right leg that you just worked is going to step out to the right. We're going to bend that left knee a lot. Flatten the back. Roll those toes up. Roll them back down. Up and down, they're going to move. Good. And then we're going to switch legs. So we're going to bring that foot behind the left leg. We're going to give it a good squeeze. Try and get that heel and hip nice and close together. Right leg is bent. Spine is nice and flat. Flex the heel towards the sky and push. Good. Stay here. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Tighter, tighter. Squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful. Bring that up. Let's stretch that left leg out. So right knee bends. Left leg is off to the side. Long spine. Toes roll up. Toes roll down. Roll them up. Roll them down. Press it up. We're going to turn that chair to face us. Hands are coming on each side of the chair for some tricep push-ups. So we walk out and find a plank position. So hips don't stay back, but they definitely don't sag, right? Press away, Pull your abs in, tuck the tailbone under, elbows bend backwards. And relax. Ooh, shake that out, bring it up. Open your palms, flex through those palms. Open your chest. And then right arm to the right side of your body. And then to the midline and over to the left. Shake that out. Opposite arm. Sorry, I may have done the wrong hand, wrong arm. Anyway, center. And then opposite shoulder. And again, we'll shake that out, we'll roll that out. All right. We're coming back to our feet up on that block again. I know you thought you were done, but we have one more set of wide push-ups. But I want you to do this time 4, 6, 8, 12, up to 15 or 16. But I want them as perfect as you can get them, even if that means your range of motion is small. Just start noticing if you get to that point where your abs start to droop. So find that good, strong plank position, press up, head in line. When you've done as many as you feel like you can do well, just press it back, arms in front, thumbs rotate open. And then as you come up, let's roll through a cat and leprechaun, but you know, it's just one, so we're not going to make all the sounds. When you come back, you're sitting on your book. Whoa. All right, we have 2 sets of these. Well, it's not pleasant, but one set and then the unpleasant one. So you can play with your book, letting it tip a little bit to give you a little bit of an angle. You guys can see that. Or you can sit straight up on top of it. We're going to start with the left leg in, supporting ourselves. Leg is right up against the ribs, right leg straight out in front of us. We're going to lift that leg up and point and flex. Good. We're going to point and lift. Sit tall. Flex and lift. Point and bend and reach. And flex and press. And bring it down. Woo! Bring that leg in. Sit up against it. Thigh and rib are connected. Wrap yourself tall around that. Point and flex with the left leg. Point and lift. Flex and lift. Keep it going. Good. Point and bend and stretch. Flex and press. And bring it down. I wish we could stretch those now, but not yet. We're going to shift that book so it's a little more under your left side. Left knee bends and right leg off to the side. So a nice V here. And again, if you scoot towards the front of your book, it'll help you a little bit sit tall. Roll that leg open, right? This is the mean part. where we expose that VMO muscle and make it do a lot of the work. So here we go, sitting tall. You're welcome to press out of your spine using your fingers, lift it up. Oh, point flex, 2, 3, 4, point it, lift. Flex it, lift. Point it, bend and stretch. Flex, bend and stretch. And bring it down. I was nice because those were just killing me, sorry. I didn't mean to cheat you. All right, other leg in. Scoot a little to the other side. Left leg out. Sit tall through your spine. Right leg lift it, or left leg lift it off the ground, point and flex. Good, point it, lift. Flex it, lift. Point it, bend and stretch. Make sure it's rotated open. I didn't say that. Flex and press. Ah, bring it down. Woo, let's stretch those out a little bit. We're going to do something a little bit different with this book. It's not as complex as I make it sound. I'm trying to make it sound easier. Put the book down on the mat on your right side. When you lie down, I'm going to try and have the book pretty close to my knee. Then lie down all the way down on your abs. Reach back and grab your right ankle. Now, most of us are twisted like this, over onto our left hip. I want you to square your hips. The next thing I want you to do is make sure the left hip is off the ground as high as your book is. And the last and most important thing is, most of us are piked. I want you to tuck. Push your hip down, pelvic tuck. Right? So I'm pushing that hip flexor into the ground. Should be a really nice stretch here, by the way. And then release that. Bring that book out from under you for a second. Just lie there. If we succeeded, that right hip flexor will be much closer to the ground than the left, right? Because that left one's still a little bit shortened. So let's even that up. Bring that book to the front of your left thigh and lie down. We're going to bend that left leg, grab that ankle. If you need to lasso it with a towel, that's fine. Notice how my right hip is on the ground. I'm going to rotate until that right hip is at that book level. And then most important, instead of my hips being tipped up, I'm going to tuck them under. Tuck, 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 tuck. Try and keep your ankle in line with your thigh, right? Not off to the side. And relax. Woo. We're going to press that up. And we're going to round to a cat. And inhale through our nephro column. All right, that should have felt pretty good opening all that up. Okay, so let's do some bridge work with our book. We're going to lie down. So we're going to be working our glutes again, just kind of in the opposite way that we did before. We're going to bring that book over to the right, to your left side, and put your left hand on it for now. Right hand on the ground. Let's tuck the hips under, get that nice tuck, feel that link through the spine, and then tip it the other way, a gap opens up under your low back. And then tuck and tip and find your neutral. Right hand down, head nods yes. Let's lift up into a bridge and go an extra inch. Leave the right hand down for now, straighten the right leg, flex through the heel, and bring it to the height of the left knee. Now, you're going to keep it at that height, but you're going to try opening and closing a small range of motion, probably 2 inches. If you want a big challenge, you lift your right arm off the ground. Maybe you need to be fingertips, right? Maybe arm needs to be all the way down. Maybe you can hover. Make sure that left hip is staying high. And then bring that right leg down. Whoo, lower those hips. Shift that book over to your right hip, right hand on that book. Tuck under, tip the other way. Tuck under, tip it, and then find neutral. Left hand on the ground, you're going to lift it up. Straighten out that left leg, flex through the heel. Option to open and close. Option to hover that left hand. Maybe fingertips, maybe all the way down, maybe hover. Keep the right hip lifted. And bring that in and down. All right, we're gonna bring that foot behind our hamstrings for a minute. Curl everything in. Feel a nice stretch in your low back. Move those knees in and out a couple times, circle them around. All right. We're gonna put that book down on the ground. We're gonna slide it up in front of us so that we can put our heels, the backs of our heels on the book, right? All 10 toes are pointed up in the air. Tuck and tip. Find neutral in that spine. Lift those hips again in your bridge pose. From there, I want you to extend that right leg straight up in the air. We're going to poke a hole in the ceiling by lowering and lifting those hips. But it should be that left glute and left hamstring that are working here. More challenging would be to squeeze the knees together, lower that right leg to the height of the left knee. But you choose. And bring it down. Whoa. Before we do the other leg, take a deep breath in. Exhale, slide it so the backs of the heels are on the ground, toes are pointed up in the air, just like that. Lift it up. Left leg up in the air, poke that hole in that ceiling. Option to be knee to knee for a little more challenge. You can vary it. And relax. Oh, one leg in each hand. Rock those hips side to side. Put that left foot on the ground. Grab those right toes, pull them back. Flex the heel to the sky and pull the knee down. And that should give you a beautiful hamstring stretch right now. Straighten that leg out for the heck of it and bring it down. Left knee in, give it a big hug. Reach down, grab those left toes. Pull back, heel to the sky, knee in towards your shoulder. Woo, extend it and let it go. Arms overhead, big deep breath in. On the exhale, roll your way up and grab that book. All right, and then you get to roll back down with it. Sneaky way to get in one little roll up. Okay, put that book in your left hand. Palm is flexed like this. It may have to vary a little bit. Right hand over to your left ribs. Deep breath in. On the exhale, pull the ribs down towards your hips. Flatten all that. Back of the neck is long. Bring your arm by your ear. Just hold it. Feel that left tricep having to stabilize and work. A little bit of shoulder work. If it's too close to your ear, it might feel crampy. So get it out at your shoulder, but not off to the side, or that will be bad for your shoulder. But keep your ribs down and then lift that right above you. Keep that head nodded, yes. Inhale, arm goes up and over, flatten, flatten, flatten the ribs, even as the book wants to pull them up. Exhale, lift. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, lift. This time, bring the arm over the head, bend it a little bit, straighten the elbow, and then bring it up. Go up and over, bend, straighten, and up. Up and over, bend, and straighten, and up. This time, bring that arm overhead, bend it, and straighten, 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 straighten. Pull and relax. Woo. Arms out in a T position, stick up position, just let those palms rotate to the sky. Then lift those arms up, fingers to the ceiling, and then drop them forward just a little bit. They might not go very far. It's okay. All right, book on your right hand. Again, we're going to flex through that palm of that hand, we're gonna pull that right rib cage down, we're gonna nod yes and lengthen out. As we bring our arm by our ear, making sure it's at shoulder, right over your shoulder, not crossed in, not crossed open, ribs stay down, down, down. And then we lift back up again. So we're gonna go inhale up and over, keeping the ribs down, and exhale back here. Inhale up and over, and exhale above. Good. This time we're going to go up and over. We're going to bend the elbows, straighten the tricep, and then come up and over, bend, straighten, and up and over, bend, straighten, and up. Almost there. This time, arm goes overhead, we straighten, tricep work. And relax. Woo. All right, arms out to the side, open into a T position this time. Bring them up into a V, and then down, 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Grab those legs, hug them in, take a little rock side to side, and then I want you to put that foot down on your ankles. Do your best to hold it at ankle level, elbows wide, forehead towards your knees. We're going to exhale and start rolling like a ball. Pausing at the top. Good. Next time you come up, let's stay there. But go ahead and put your feet down. Find a position sitting up on that tailbone. Grab that look straight out in front of you. Really do your best to keep your arms straight, not floppy. Shoulders back and down. Deep breath in. Exhale, give me a little bit of a hinge. Rotate towards me. Grab that arm in that arm. Grab that book on that arm. Bicep curl. As you do it, I want you to twist 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist back 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist to the back 4, 3, 2, 1. To the front 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that was fun. All right, now we twist to the back. You know we're doing the same thing. Put the hand of the book under the hand, under the hand. There we go. Twist 4, 3, 2, and 1 to the front. Back through the back. And to the front. And relax. Woo. We're going to sit up on that book for just a second. Once you're up there, pull those glutes out from under you so you can sit tall. Keep your knees bent for now. Give me a hinge, flat back position. Grab your toes, pull them back. And let's work with a little mobility in those feet for a minute, right? So I'm going to push my toes against my hand and then I'm going to pull back. Feet are super important, right? Mobility in those feet helps us all the way up that chain. All right, now we're going to start scooting the hips back or straightening out the legs. We want to be flat back at least initially. In a minute, you get to slump. And then finally, you can slump. And then pull back on those toes, come back to that bent knee position, find that flat back again, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and we're sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders gonna roll up, back, and down. All right, we're coming over onto our hands and knees, and we're gonna give that book a squeeze. That's my Seuss rhyme for the day. I'm warming up. All right, so as always, you want to try and get that heel and hip as close together as possible. This time our toes are pointed, and we're going to go that full range, knee taps, and then lifts. Keep it going. Pay no attention to me. Curtain. Good, keep going. You have 4 more. Last 2 and last 1. Bring that book down, shift those hips a little bit side to side, and then that book goes behind that left leg. And once again, we bring that heel as close to the hip as possible. We're going to point the toes to the sky for that full range. Almost there. Last 2 and last 1. All right, shake those hips out. We're going to leave that book in front and slightly to the right. We're going to take our right foot on the inside of that book, cross it over to the left side of your mat, and then drop forward. So it's like a pigeon pose, but a very supported one. So we're up on that book. You should feel this in the outside of your right hip. If you've rotated over to the right, square those hips up. And then we'll slide back. We're going to move that book over to the left side. Left foot is coming forward and crossing over. And then again, we're going to let that drop over to the left. If our right hip is off the ground, we're going to press it down toward the ground for that outer hip stretch. And then we'll come on back through center. We're going to lie back down, and we're going to have that book in between our knees if it will stay there. Again, you know, if you have a slippery book or slippery leggings, you may have to modify it a little bit. Try and keep your feet in tabletop or your legs in tabletop as much as possible, not way down here. And then we're going side to side, but with the weight of that book, adding a little extra love. If you go too far, you're going to have to use your arms a lot to come back up, right? So find out how far can I go and still give myself challenge, or could I go a little less distance and not have to use my arms as much? And keep that going for me. And pause. Bring that book onto your shins, hug it in. Woo, almost run. And that should give you a nice little low back stretch. And then we're going to put the feet on the ground. We're going to bring that book right above us. Deep breath in. On the exhale, up we lift. And then on the inhale, arms go overhead. So this is similar to what we did earlier, although we have both hands with the book this time. Back to center and exhale down. Again, inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms by your ears. Extra challenge as you hold the book here. Exhale down. And just keep that going. Right, so you exhale to lift. You inhale to reach the arms over the head. You exhale to center and down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Keep that going. You have just 2 more. Up, over, center, down. Last time. Lift, overhead, center. Check this out. Put the book behind your head. Bring it up toward the top of your skull so that your chin can nod yes. With your elbows bent and your fingertips way out to the edges of the book, you should feel a very nice passive stretch across your chest, maybe even a little bit in your armpits, but also allowing the back of the neck to stretch out. And then slide that book down a little bit so it's more supportive of your skull. Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Point the elbows to the sky. You know I don't usually like you to do that. And give your neck a nice curl stretch. And press the head against the book to come down and move it out of the way. Nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring that book behind the right leg. Actually, you know what? Let's start on the opposite leg today. Bring that left leg in. Right behind the hamstring, hug it in. Maybe do a couple circles. And then pull that leg in and over to the left as the right leg drops open. And then we'll drive everything back through center. Right leg straightens and flexes. And we're going to turn that book so it's pushing my hamstring into my ribs, but it's pressing my shin or my calf into perpendicular. Flex and point, rotate. Good. And then slide that book up the leg, lift and point, and then exhale, flex, and bring it with you. And then we're going to bring the book on the outside of that left leg. As we bring that left leg just a little bit over to the left, feeling that deeper stretch, maybe sickle the foot a little bit. And then finally bend that knee. Book can go into the left palm over to the left, and knee crosses into a twist. Back through center, left foot on the ground. Drop it open, passive figure four. Book on the inside of the left thigh to push it open. Right hand on the right hip. Then we'll drag all that in. We're going to bring that book behind the right hamstring. Hug everything in, use your left elbow against that left thigh, take a little rock side to side, and then cross left over right and put the book on the right shin. Pull in and down and up towards your head. And then once again, book is going to go into the left hand as we allow those knees to drop right. Big deep twist. And come on back through center. And we'll bring that book behind the right leg. We'll bring it up and over to the right. Draw some circles, both directions. And then let it flop open to the right as the left leg flops open. Straighten out that left leg, flex through the heel, right leg back through center. And then try to keep that knee-thigh connection as you press the shin and the calf perpendicular. Flex and point. Rotate, and then we'll slide the book up, we'll point the toes, we'll lift up, and then we'll flex and come down. We're going to bring the book onto the outside of that right leg, bring it over just a little bit, sickle the foot, and then book in your right hand, palm open, stretching that chest, right knee bends, and twist to the left. Foot on the ground as you come back, book on the inside of that right thigh, press it open, drag it in, thread your needle, book behind the left hamstring for a moment, press that right leg open, and then once again, book comes across the left shin as you close the gap of those legs, and then finally, into your right palm as your knees drop left. And then you can leave the book on the ground. We will meet in a hands and knees position, however you want to get there. So it's cat and leprechaun. So exhale around into your cat, and then you open into your leprechaun. And your cat. And your leprechaun. And then we will lift up high plank and press back down dog. You can walk it on back, pedal your feet if that would feel good. And then wide stance, hands on your thighs, one more cat. Always have to be Lucky Charms. Bring it up, and we have our curtsies. Thank you.